Okay, next page. There must be ballot boxes.
Yeah,
Ballot boxes. Okay.
The joy. Yes, said Mr. Cooper. One for each class. Don't forget to fill out your ballots. The principal and I will tally the bill. Candidate, please return at the end of the day for the roulette.
Okay, now, what did Joy observe?
Observe?
Observe means take a look at, watch it. What did Joy observe?
The ballot boxes.
Okay, the boxes in front of them were the ballot boxes.
Yeah.
What did Mrs. Cooper confirm?
Confirm.
Confirm means to say something firmly. When you say confirm, that means emphasize, stress that.
Okay.
There was one for each class and reminded everyone to fill out their ballot. Okay?
Okay.
Now, tell me about the ballot box. What is it?
It's a small container with a slot in the top.
With a slot at the top.
Yeah.
Okay? Then, why do you think they need it?
Because when we don't have a slot, we can't
Used for collecting vote
use
in an
for
election.
collecting vote for an election.
And allowing voters to deposit their ballot. Okay?
Yeah.
Once the voting period is over, then what happened to the ballot box? Once the voting period is over, finished, then what do?
They need to wait.
Open the ballot box and they count the vote.
Yeah.
They count the vote.
Yeah.
And what do?
Then
They determine
they determine
the winner of the election.
the winner of the election.
Here it says that the principal and I will tally the vote. Okay?
Yeah.
Tell me, what does that mean? Tally vote.
That means they will count.
Count number of the vote
Yeah.
and determine the final result of an election or poll. Okay?
Yeah.
It's a process of adding up the number of votes each candidate received
Yeah.
to determine the winner. You tell me, what does it mean, tally vote?
Tally vote is to count vote.
Count the number of vote.
Count the number.
After
of
they count number of vote, what do?
Then
They
they
determine
determine.
who is the winner.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to next page.
Daniel Foreman. Did he need to show up for the roulette? Puma had a great speech. Mr. Cooper flipped a switch. The screen lit up with the first candidate, a girl running for the curtain.
Okay, when you say Daniel squirmed, what does it mean squirmed?
Nervous?
When you're nervous,
Yeah.
okay, that means squirmed. Okay, squirmed.
Go.
Okay, keep going.
The screen Daniel tried to concentrate, but he kept thinking about his own speech. Suddenly, Paula's dad's face smiled at Daniel. The presidential candidate was starting.
When?
Paula smiled into the camera, looking like a pro. She promised extra large ice cream bars every Friday, popcorn and soft drinks. The cafeteria rang with cheers. Finally, she promised that everyone would be more fed. All they had to do was walk a mile during their lunch period. Daniel noticed that there wasn't a lot of cheering for the promise.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, now, the previous page, did you need to show up for the result? Paula had a great speech. Mrs. Coffer flipped the switch, okay? Flipped the switch.
Yeah.
What did it mean? She flipped the switch means? She turned on the device. Say, she turned on the device or machine.
Turned on the device.
By moving a lever or button.
Yeah.
Usually causing a sudden change in the environment, okay?
Yeah.
Here, Mrs. Coffer turned on the screen by pressing a button or flipping a switch. And then, okay?
Yeah.
So, despite his attempt to focus, Daniel struggled to concentrate as he was preoccupied with his own speech, okay? Suddenly, he saw Paula's face on the screen and was surprised to see her smiling at him, okay?
Yeah.
The announcement for the president's candidate was beginning. Squirm, okay? Announcement.
Yeah.
The presidential candidate was starting, okay?
Yeah.
Then the next page, Paula smiled at the camera,
Yeah.
looking like a pro.
Yeah.
She promised many things.
Yeah.
What did she promise? Tell me those things.
She promised she will give extra large ice cream bars every Friday, and a movie at night, school
Serving popcorn and soft
drinks. And one more. All they had to do was walk a mile during their lunch period.
Even all the member, all the third grader, they cheered, okay, for his promise. What is the one thing that she didn't get the cheer from that?
Walk a 1 mile.
Okay, why?
Because 1 mile is more than 1 kilometer.
So there wasn't much enthusiasm for the fitness promise, okay?
Yeah.
When it comes to fitness promise, she doesn't get any, applause from the voter.
Okay.
In the next morning, can you read it? In the next morning, next page.
Okay.
Page 74.
In the next moment, Daniel's face filled the screen. Could he win enough votes? His speech didn't have all the bells and whistles like Paula.
Okay, his speech didn't have all the bells and whistles like Paula. What did that mean?
That means it's not better than Paula.
Yeah, his speech wasn't as fancy as Paula's flash, you know?
Yeah.
Lacking flash element.
Yeah.
Lacking flash element. Okay, keep going.
Good afternoon. Daniel stirred through his opening. I'd like to be your third grade president. He cleared his throat. He had a joke plan. Would the student laugh and even thought a lot of you probably wondered if I could talk. Daniel heard a couple of kids laugh. Phew, thought Daniel.
Well, why do you think you said few?
Because
he never thought he could make people,
yeah.
make his friends laugh, but he heard a couple of kids chuckle, you know?
Yeah.
So that he gave a sigh. Oh, he was relieved, okay?
Yeah.
And from page 72,
Yeah.
okay, 73, 74,
Yeah.
what are they talking about?
They're talking about the
Yeah. Daniel squirmed, okay? Why?
because
Do you think that Daniel was comfortable or very uncomfortable?
uncomfortable.
Why?
Because standing in the camera and have a speech.
It's his first time
Yeah.
to talk to camera, so that means Daniel was feeling uneasy or restless.
Yeah.
Okay, so even he struggled to concentrate. Okay, because he was preoccupied with his own speech, but he hasn't had any experience of speaking to a camera, so no wonder he must be very uneasy and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Right? What about the next page?
I don't have a lot of
Paula
big
smiled at the
comments,
camera, okay?
said Daniel, but I have ideas. First, I think
Managing the pencil dispenser should be a third grader's job.
I can fill up the pencil dispenser for the first month, and then another student can volunteer. The boys cheer. The pencil dispenser in the third grade hall had always been a fifth grader's job. But the dispenser was left empty when the fifth grade forgot. It was so frustrating.
Okay, so what was his promise?
His promise was be the pencil dispenser.
So, what is pencil dispenser? Have you seen it?
What's that?
The dispenser is you look at it, it's a device that hold pencil or release them one at a time. Found in school and offices to make it easy for people to obtain a writing instrument when they need it. Okay, this is pencil dispenser. Okay.
Okay.
So he promised that he will do this job. Okay. So pencil dispenser should be assigned to a third grader. Okay. He volunteered to fill the dispenser for the first month. After that, he encouraged other students to volunteer for the job. Okay. Do you think that he got attention from this promise?
Yes.
Yes, the boys in the audience cheered in response to Daniel's suggestions. Typically, the pencil dispenser in the third grade hallway was the responsibility of the fifth grader, okay?
Yeah.
It was often left empty when the fifth grader forgot, causing frustration for the student, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, close the book. What are they talking about?
They're talking about Daniel's speech. Daniel's speech was not like Paula.
Mm-hmm.
He was very nervous.
Oh, so he starter.
Yeah.
What does it mean, starter?
Like
Starter, murmur. Okay. Starter. And stuck for the word.
Yeah.
He couldn't say properly, like Paula. Okay.
Yeah. Like that.
He was very nervous.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, so tell me about his promise one more time.
His promise was the pencil dispenser.
Then
Every student say that was fifth grader's job, but Daniel say sometimes fifth grader forget to do that, so that was empty.
yeah, there was empty left. Okay,
Yeah.
left empty. So it was so frustrating.
Yeah,
What does it mean frustrating?
frustrating.
Frustrating means annoying.
Okay.
Or what makes third grade annoyed?
Annoying.
When they want to use this instrument, okay, to write, okay, but when they got there, then there's nothing, in this pencil dispenser, okay, they couldn't use it, okay.
Yeah.
So compare with Paula. Do you think that this promise will be, will come true? This promise will be kept? Do you think so?
Yeah.
So, what did he promise for the first month? What did he promise for the first month? For the first month, he said that he can fill up the pencil dispenser. Then, later, he encouraged other students to volunteer for the job. Okay? Good job.